Hey, what is going on, everybody? It's me, Plays, or Nick, and welcome on to a brand new video, you wonderful people. And today I'm going to be counting down the top 10 rarest gleamings inside of Loomian Legacy. This is going to be a little bit of a weird list because it's kind of based on GR value. However, it's also sort of based on how rare the Loomian was. So certain Loomians aren't going to really appear on the list because they either don't have a good GR value or they were real common to find in the wild. With that being said, though, let's get right into it. So, starting off our list, we're going to keep it simple and just start off with plain Gleam roams, like just your regular Gleaming duskit, your Gleam ichazoon, your Gleam protagon. I'm grouping them all together just because they all have the base 1 in 16k odds of being found. If we're going by GR value, Gleam protagon would be the rarest. I'm not including, obviously, the soft resettable roams, however, unless you find those in the wild. Those take our number 10 spot just because they're all like 116k. Not really counting GR value for this one, so this is what I'm talking about, where it's going to be a little bit confusing because I'm not really counting GR value. So yeah, we're going to start off the list by obviously just our regular Gleam roams. And yeah, so pretty simple there. Let's move on to our number 9 spot. So taking our number 9 spot today on the list is actually going to be Gleam Pyramid and fragogolith. Now this is a little bit weird because, again, GR value for those two is a little bit less than a Gleam roam. However, odds-wise, they're a little bit more rare than actual Gleam roams. Because you can't actually use boost for Pyramid, so it's basically base 1 in 300 odds, and you can't boost that at all. So then you multiply that by the Gleam odds, and it actually comes out just a little bit more than regular Gleam roam odds. So overall, it's just a little bit rare. So that's why it takes the number 9 spot. A lot of people see it as less rare. However, personally for me, I know GR value is kind of stupid, but it is technically a little bit more rare at the end of the day. So yep, Pyramid and fragogolith are number 9 spot. Let's move on to the number 8 spot. So taking our number 8 spot, we actually have Gleam Christmas ichazoon from the 2020 Christmas event. So Gleam Christmas ichazoon was a little bit weird because it actually had a little bit different odds than regular roamings did. It actually had the 1 in 2,000 odds compared to the regular 1 in 1,000 that regular roams have. So that just makes it a little bit rarer than both Pyramid and, well, not technically Pyramid. Pyramid is still a little bit more rare because even with full boost, it's still 1 in 300. Gleam Christmas ichazoon, the lowest you can get the odds to is 1 in 200 to find it. However, I'm counting it a little bit rare just because it's an event Loomian, so it's probably never coming back. So yeah, Gleam Christmas ichazoon is just a little bit rarer than the regular Gleam roams. Unfortunately, its demand is horrible right now, so it has pretty low GR value. So I couldn't really do it much better than putting it over number 8. But yeah, that's what Gleam Christmas ichazoon is looking like for our number 8 spot. Let's move down to our number 7 spot. So moving on to our number 7 spot now. This one's a little bit of a weird one because I know there are multiple of these guys, but we have the Gleam Halloween duskits from the 2019 event. I'm going to count all these together just because they're a little bit weird. And if I were to group them differently, like I know purple, the Gleam Halloween purple is a little bit rarer than the other ones, then it's just all weird. But I'm grouping them all together because they had all the same odds. They actually had the same odds as Gleam Christmas ichazoon. However, I'm kind of counting GR value a little bit here just because the Gleam Halloween duskits have more GR value than the Gleam ichazoon, or Gleam Christmas ichazoon, sorry. So yeah, that's how it's looking for those guys. They're really good. I personally love them. One of my favorite Gleams in the game is the Gleam Purple Halloween duskit. Very rare, and they have a lot of GR value. So that's our number 7 spot. Luckily, they made it. So yeah, let's move on to our number 6 spot. So right now, our list is going to get a little bit controversial because a few of these spots could really be a toss-up and be kind of interchanged and everything. However, at our number 6 spot, I'm going to give it to Gleam Halloween Gastro / Slugling / Escargot because they're really all the same. And the reason why it's going to be pretty controversial is just because up on this list above, you could say that a few are either more rare or less rare, or kind of the opposite. Back earlier on this list, you could say that some are more rare than this. However, the thing with the Gleam Halloween Gastro line is that, first off, they were a 2019 event, so there are not too many of them. I think they're just I want to say there are probably close to 50 or 60 of them in total, probably even less, because a lot of people who played back then don't play anymore. So, and there really aren't many in Trade Resort getting traded for right now. So overall, it's really, really rare. Gleam Halloween Gastro definitely, I think, deserves this spot. I guess it could be a little bit higher, however, I'm going to put it right here because that's personally where I feel like it belongs. So yeah, obviously this is number 6 spot. Let's move on to our number 5 spot now. Alright, so again, our list is going to get a little bit confusing here. However, at our number 5 spot, I'm going to give it to the Gamma Roams and Gamma Pyramid all together. Just all of them. Any Gamma Roam, Gamma Pyramid. I know Gamma Pyramid technically is a little bit rarer than Gamma Roams. However, I'm going to give it the same spot just because I want to group them all together because they're very similar in odds. However, like I said, Gamma Pyrmine technically is a little bit rare, so I guess it could go up a spot, but I'm keeping it here together. Gamma Romes are super rare. I believe they're like 184k. So technically, actually, Gamma Romes are are rare than some of the things higher up on this list, but I'm going to get to why I put the things that are higher up on this list there, where they are. But the number 5 spot I'm giving to Gamma Romes. And another reason why Gamma Romes and Gamma Pyrmine are here, because they're coming back. They're always going to be in the game. You're always going to be able to find them. However, some of the things are up on this list a little bit more are never coming back. You're not going to be able to find them again because they were event looms. So again, same thing. I'm keeping Gamma Romes here. Just all of them together. I know GR value is different. Like I know Gamma Protagon has the most GR value compared to like something like Gamma Mutagon, which has pretty trash Gamma or GR value. I don't know. So a little bit of a toss up here. However, I'm going to put these guys at number 5 just because I think that's where they belong. Let's move on to our number 4 spot now. So at our number 4 spot, you guys knew this was coming. You guys who have been fans for the channel for a while know my baby, the Gleam Halloween Sochi, is now at the number 4 spot. And again, technically, this thing is less rare than Gamma Romes. However, I'm putting it higher just because it was a 2019 event, and I've actually talked to someone on Discord who has been kind of documenting a lot of the people that have Gleam Halloween Sochis, and he said that he's only documented 30. However, personally, I believe there are closer to like 40 of them. However, the reason why I put them higher than Gamma Romes is just, again, because they're never coming back. The amount of Gleam Halloween Sochis that are in the game right now, it's always going to be that way. It's going to stay at like 40. I don't think they're 50. I think it's probably like 40 of them or so. And again, if we go into natures, I'm pretty sure there are only 3 pure nimble ones, and mine is one of the better ones. I think I have, mine is dull nimble, which is one of the better ones as well. However, we're not going to really talk about natures because natures just bring so much more into the table and stuff that's not important. However, I'm putting Gleam Halloween Sochi here. It might be a little bit biased just because I love Gleam Halloween Sochi. It's a little bit more rare than Gleam Halloween Gastroke for people who are wondering why Gleam Halloween Sochi and Gleam Halloween Gastroke are in different spots. Gleam Halloween Gastroke actually had, it was more likely to spawn in than Gleam Halloween Sochi just because Gastroke in the 2019 event had a higher chance of being found. So with that being said, Gleam Halloween Sochi is at this spot. Let's move on to our number 3 spot now. Alright, now coming in at our number 3 spot, it pains me to put it here. It pains me to not be putting this thing at like number 1 or like anything like that. We have Gleam Sapphire Gecko. This thing was done so dirty by the trade community, so dirty. So basically, if you didn't know, Gleam Sapphire Gecko was one of the Geckos during the Gecko event. There was bronze, silver, gold, emerald, ruby, sapphire. Sapphire was the rarest one. I think it was like, what, 1 in, I don't know, like 10,000 to be found. Something crazy like that. Like 1 in 10,000 to be found. Oh, that is so crazy. Crazy numbers. But with that being said, there were people that found Gleam ones. And, well, with finding the Gleam ones, I mean, originally, right after the event and during the event, the odds, like, this thing was worth so much. It was worth, like, 50 plus GR, like, high numbers. If you had one, you had a lot of value. Then, oh, and the injustice thing was done. It is now just above, like, 10 to 12 GR. And that's, like, a perfect one. Oh, it pains me to put it here, but I know I have to because I know there are 2 Loomians right now that just deserve a spot ahead of this. But this thing was done dirty. That's all I have to say, chat. That's all I have to say. I love Gleam Sapphire. I'm trying to get my hands on one. I have up until Ruby. I just need the Sapphire. I'm gonna get one, just because I think it looks sick. But yeah, this thing was done dirty. F in the chat for that. But, yep, Gleam Sapphire, number 3 spot. Let's move down to our number 2 spot. Alright, now for number 2 and number 1, these can honestly be interchanged. I'm putting number 2 as Gamma Reindeer ichazoon, though. And the only reason I'm putting Gamma Reindeer ichazoon here, just below the number 1 spot, is just because it has just a tiny bit less GR value than it. And I know I said I'm not really taking GR value into consideration too much, however with this I feel like I have to. They were very similar in odds. This one I think was a little bit rare, not too much rare, just a little bit rarer than the number 1 spot. and we'll get into that later. But anyway, talking about Gamma Reindeer ichazoon. Gamma Reindeer ichazoon was obviously a thing during the 2020 Christmas event. It's never coming back, to my knowledge. And it is super rare. Obviously, any Gamma Rome is extremely rare, but combine that with an event Loomian, it's even more rare. And if you're wondering why I didn't talk about Gamma Wobblisk or Gamma Metronet, I'm piling them with the other ones because I feel like those are coming back. I'm pretty sure T-Brad M said like Metronet and Wobblisk are coming back, so you're going to have another chance to be able to find them at some point. However, Reindeer ichazoon, because it's a reskin, we don't think it's going to come back. So yeah, I'm putting that here just because obviously it's amazing. So yeah, if you guys enjoyed this list, hit the like button right now, and let's move on to our number 1 spot. Yep. You guys guessed it. The number 1 spot couldn't be anything else but the one and the only Twilight. No, I'm just kidding with you guys. It's obviously Grinch. It's obviously the Gleam 2019 Christmas Ragoon, or Grinch as people call it. It is the most sought after Loomian, maybe besides Rainbow Twilight. However, I'll get into that in just a little bit, so just stay tuned for that. However, yeah, Gleam Grinch. Wow, this thing has 164k odds of being found. However, because it was a 2019 event and not too many people found it, I think they're probably just around 30, maybe even less now because people might have quit. And there are actually only 2 pure nimble ones. I think Lucky H has one, and someone else I can't remember the name of. However, those are the 2 only pure nimble ones in the game. So rare. It's so sought after. It's like 50 GR for this thing. And if you guys are wondering, like why this is 50 GR and why Gleam Sapphires, and I don't know, Gleam Sapphire had 160k odds, which is like more than double what is it called, Gleam Grinches. It's stupid. But with that being said, we're not gonna talk about that. Let's talk about Grinch some more. Gleam Grinch is super rare, super awesome. I absolutely love Gleam Grinch. I love the concept behind it. I love everything. 164k odds, it's like 50 plus GR. Like everyone wants one, of course. It's like so many people's dream Loomian. Yeah, so I'm definitely giving it the number 1 spot here just because of how how popular it is and how much everyone wants it. Everyone knows about Gleam Grinch. Even if you didn't play in 2019, you know it exists. You want one. So yeah, that's what Gleam Grinch is. That's the list. But with that being said, I'm going to go over a few honorable mentions right now. So let's go on to our honorable mentions. These are probably some Loomians that you guys are like, hey, why isn't this in the video? Why isn't that in the video? So we're going to start off by saying that the 2019 and the 2020 Gamma Icicles, specifically the color ones, not like the light blue one, the colored Gamma Icicles aren't on this list just because there are too few of them. I think the most are like the Gamma Black ones. However, those, there still aren't many. There are like none. I think there's like 7, maybe 6. I don't know. There are too little of those for me to really count them to put them on the list. I guess I technically could have counted the 2020 ones. I couldn't count the 2019 ones though because those are developer-specific Loomians that the developers gave out. You couldn't find it in 2019. So yeah, moving on to our second honorable mention, we're going to do another developer-exclusive Loomian. Like I said, Rainbow Twilight. That's a developer-exclusive Loomian. It didn't have, you can't find it in the wild. So yeah, I'm not counting that. Another honorable mention is Gamma V-Cub. Gamma V-Cub is very, very stupid. It's almost like Gleam Gecko or Gleam Sapphire Gecko. It has 164k odds, the same as Gleam Grinch does. However, it is a lot less rare than Gleam Grinch. I think it only has like 6 GR right now. However, that might drop even more. So I didn't really know where to put it on the list just because it's very new to the game. So I wanted to put it on the list so badly, man, because I also have one. I just didn't know where to put it on the list, so I was like kind of stressing out about it, but I was like, you know what? I'm just going to put it as an honorable mention because it could skyrocket in GR, it could fall in GR. I don't know. I mean, back in the day when Grinch first came out, it had absolutely no GR value at all to it. So moving on to our next honorable mention. And this is actually our final honorable mention. It is Gleam Ruby Gecko. This thing should be up at the top of the list with Gleam Sapphire and everything else. However, because GR value screws everything over, Gleam Ruby is not on this list at all because I didn't know where to put it. It only has like 1.7 to 2 GR value, which is actually rare than the Gleam Roams and everything. However, let's be real here. Gleam, the trade community is absolute dog shit. Sorry for swearing. Yeah, so the trade community basically just screwed over all the Geckos. Even Emerald. Emerald should be on this list too, to be honest. I think that was like, what, 1 in 16k? Maybe more. Maybe like 120 something K, maybe 136. I don't know. And in conclusion, trade community sucks. Don't trade. Just kidding. Yeah, so that's the list. Tell me down in the comments below how many things on this list do you guys have. Personally, me, I have Gleam Halloween Sochi, I have a Gleam Roam, I have had a Game Roam, so forth, so on. Just tell me what you guys have in from this list in the comment section down below, and tell me what your favorite edition of this list was. And if you guys want me to do another top 10, tell me in the comment section down below what you want me to see next. So yeah, with that being said, I'll see you all in the next one. Peace out, you frickin' nerds.